What is up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingDudes.com, and welcome back to another one of our Kentucky Derby top 5 horses. Well, the last one we didn't have a whole lot of information and kind of just had to go off the Breeders' Cup. We've had some 2-year-olds kind of develop, honestly, in the last couple of weeks. So we got an updated list, and I feel a little bit better about this one. You kind of just start to get the feel. Once that Breeders' Cup ends, you kind of start to get those 2-year-olds popping up here and there. That, you know, hey, we weren't ready for the Breeders' Cup, but we're gearing up for the Triple Crown seasons and the lead up to it as well. So a new top 5 here. We'll go backwards, I guess. We'll kick it off number 5. I kept Locked at number 5. Finished third in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Of course, won the Breeders' Futurity at Keeneland last time out. Really developed nicely. Lost the maiden special weight at Saratoga on debut, then came back to win. And like I said, then Futurity, and then third in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. I still like Locked. I don't think he really enjoyed his trip, or maybe not even just his trip, but I just don't think he liked the surface at Santa Anita very well. He was never really comfortable in that Breeders' Cup Juvenile, but when you watch him kind of finally get going, he makes a nice little move. So I think Locked is still going to be pretty good. I've got him at number 5 this week. Number 4 is Muth. He was second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and nothing wrong with what he did. Really good debut, then lost pretty badly in a sprint to Prince of Monaco. Came back, though. I thought his 2-turn debut was really solid in the American Pharoah, and I thought he ran well in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. He just ran into a buzzsaw that day, but number 4 on the list is Muth. I think he'll be just fine. Now we get into some that are new and did not run at the Breeders' Cup, but I think are up and coming. I really like this horse. I've got number 3 here. Number 3, I put Nash. This horse trained by Brad Cox. I thought he was very impressive in his second start at Churchill Downs. He dominated a maiden special weight field by open links. On debut, this horse ran okay at Keeneland as well. Finished behind a horse named Booth, who's going to run this Saturday, actually, at Churchill Downs for Steve Asmussen. Booth is a Matoli horse, horse by Matoli, I should say, that was just really impressive on debut. I don't have Booth on this list yet because, Matoli, he might just be a sprinter. He's entered in a sprint again Saturday at Churchill Downs. Probably going to win it. I don't know if he's going to go 2 turns, but Nash has a great 2-turn pedigree. Horses by Medaglia d'Oro out of a Malibu Moon mare. I mean, everything says Nash is going to stretch out and be just fine. So I've got him at number 3. I think he looks awfully good. Number 2 on the list, another Bob Baffert trainee that, we'll see who actually trains them for the Kentucky Derby if they end up going there. But number 2 on the list is Nysos. This horse is 2 for 2. Really solid debut race at Santa Anita. I thought he was really good. Really wasn't bet all that hard. So had a little bit of skepticism. Okay, how good is he? He came back in the Bob Hope last week and was impressive again. Looked very good. Flavian Pratt jumped aboard. They took the blinkers off, and he still was awesome. So Nysos at number 2 for me. I think he's excellent. And I think, being by Nyquist, he's probably going to stretch out okay. So, 2 sprints so far, but I do think when he stretches out, he'll be fine. Very patient horse as well. A lot of times these sprinters, they'll fly out there early and you go, boy, when they stretch out, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. That's really not Nysos. He kind of sits back, waits, and then pounces at the top of the stretch. He should be able to do that going 2 turns. I've got him at number 2, a big-time talent there. And then number 1 is Fierceness. I mean, he is just he was very special in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. There's no way around it. I don't know how you don't have him number 1 at this point. That being said, will a 2-year-old develop into a 3-year-old? Will he keep getting better? Will other horses get up to his level? All questions we're going to answer in 2024 as the Derby preps get going. But as of right now, he just seems to be a little bit better than everybody else. And I mentioned Muth, who's number 4 on my list. God, he ran a nice race in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, but he just wasn't even close to Fierceness, who was just out of his mind. So Fierceness, number 1 for me. Right now, I think he is the lock at number 1. All right, here's the top 5 once again. Like I said, I kept number 5 at Locked. Number 4, Muth. Number 3, Nash. Number 2, Nysos. And number 1, Fierceness. All right, that'll do it for our Kentucky Derby top 5. We're sitting here, as I record this, at least it's November 20th. Obviously, this could change 3 billion times between now and the Kentucky Derby, but it's kind of fun to start to look at these horses. It seems like a crop that's got a lot of potential. I remember this time last year, we weren't real sure. I think this crop's got a lot of potential, so let's keep an eye on these horses. All right, guys, thanks everybody for watching. Hit that like button if you like it. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this, and we'll see you next week for an updated list.